Have you ever stood at the edge of your dreams, looking out at the horizon, knowing deep in your heart that you were meant for something greater, yet somehow you find yourself standing still? Have you ever felt that burning fire within that undeniable passion, only to watch it fade when the first obstacles arose? If you have, let me tell you, you are not alone. Millions before you have dreamed, millions before you have hoped. But only a chosen few, have crossed the bridge between dreams and reality. And what separates those who merely wish from those who achieve, it is not genius, it is not fortune, it is not even opportunity. It is one thing and one thing alone: consistency. Consistency is the force that breaks mountains into dust. Consistency is the silent architect that builds empires from nothing but an idea. Consistency is the invisible hand that shapes destiny itself. You see, the world does not reward the one who starts the race with the most excitement. The world rewards the one who finishes the race, no matter how bloodied, no matter how broken, no matter how tired. Every man and woman who ever carved their names into the stones of history, every great inventor, every mighty leader, every champion of industry, they were not always the most gifted, but they were consistent, day after day, step after step, blow after blow. They understood a simple yet profound truth. Success is not an event. Success is not a moment. Success is a habit. It is born not in the explosion of a single great effort, but in the steady hammering of daily disciplines applied without mercy, applied without exception until victory becomes inevitable. Let me ask you, how often have you set a goal filled with passion, fueled with hope, only to fall off after a few days, a few weeks, when the excitement faded? How often have you promised yourself, "This time I'll stick with it," only to find yourself once again in the arms of procrastination, in the grip of old patterns? The truth is not that you are weak. The truth is not that you are unworthy. The truth is simply this: you have not yet forced yourself to be consistent. Consistency is not born from feeling good. It is not born from inspiration. It is not born from motivation. Consistency is born from a decision, a ruthless decision to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. The world belongs to those who show up again and again, regardless of how they feel. Thomas Edison did not invent the light bulb because he was inspired every day. He succeeded because he was consistent in the face of 10,000 failures. Henry Ford did not revolutionize the automobile industry because it was easy. He succeeded because he kept hammering at the same vision, through ridicule, through defeat, through relentless opposition. Andrew Carnegie did not rise from poverty to become one of the richest men in history because he was lucky. He rose because he mastered the art of consistent, deliberate action. And you stand today at the threshold of the same choice. You can allow yourself to be ruled by feelings, by moods, by circumstances. Or you can take command of your mind. You can seize control of your actions. You can force yourself, yes, force yourself to stay the course. And when you do, you will unlock a power so great, so unstoppable that nothing, no obstacle, no failure, no setback can hold you down. Because consistency builds momentum, and momentum is a law of nature. When a mighty river begins to flow, no stone, no dam, no mountain can resist its force. It carves its path, it moves the earth itself. Your consistent actions are the same. They start small, perhaps, unnoticed, but over time they build a momentum that nothing can stop. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be brilliant. You do not need to have all the answers. You simply need to stay consistent, one day at a time, one action at a time, one victory at a time, until the world has no choice but to bow before the force of your will. So I ask you, will you choose the easy path, the path of excuses, of broken promises, of abandoned dreams? Or will you choose the hard path, the path of discipline, of persistence, of unstoppable consistency? The easy path will tempt you. It will whisper in your ear, offering comfort and distraction. But the hard path, the path of consistency, will offer you something greater than comfort. It will offer you greatness. It will offer you transformation. It will offer you a life beyond anything you have ever dared to imagine. And know this: every time you force yourself to follow through, you are not just building a habit. You are building a new self. Every day, you stay consistent. You are hammering and forging a new identity. The identity of a champion, the identity of a finisher, the identity of one who refuses to be denied. There is a power inside you greater than any fear, greater than any obstacle, greater than any circumstance. That power is waiting, waiting for you to claim it, waiting for you to unleash it, waiting for you to force yourself, yes, force yourself, into the discipline of consistency. Today you stand before a door. The key to that door is not talent. It is not luck. It is not genius. It is the force of consistency. Turn the key, open the door. Step into the life you were meant to live. The world is waiting for you. Your destiny is waiting for you, and it will not wait forever. Decide, commit. Stay consistent, and you will become unstoppable. Everyone dreams. Everyone hopes. Everyone at some point in their lives looks up at the stars and wishes for something greater. But wishing is not enough. Dreaming is not enough. Hoping is not enough. If dreams alone built empires, every man would be a king. If hope alone built fortunes, every woman would be a queen. The world is full of dreamers, but it is led by achievers. And the difference between them, it is not as complicated as you think. The difference is one secret, one unshakable truth. Achievers act. Achievers persist. Achievers force themselves to stay the course. They do not merely dream of a better life, they work relentlessly toward it. They do not wait for the perfect moment. They create the perfect moment through action. They do not wish for favorable winds. They row with bloody hands, if they must, until they reach their destination. Listen to me. The dream is the blueprint, but the consistency is the hammer and nails. Without consistent action, your dreams are nothing but castles, made of smoke, destined to disappear with the first wind of hardship. You see, it is easy to dream when you are inspired. It is easy to write down your goals when you are excited. It is easy to make promises to yourself when everything feels possible. But when the excitement fades, when obstacles arise, when doubt creeps in, that is when the real separation occurs. That is when the dreamers stop and the achievers continue. Because achievers understand that success is not found in the big moments, the grand victories, the dramatic breakthroughs. Success is built in the trenches. Success is built on the days when you don't feel like it. Success is built on the cold mornings, the lonely nights, the unseen hours of relentless effort. Achievers live by a different code. They do not ask, "Do I feel like it today?" They ask, "What must I do today to move forward?" They do not chase comfort. They chase growth. They do not avoid pain. They embrace it because they understand. Pain is temporary. Comfort is a liar. And growth is the only true reward. There is a moment in every journey, a moment when you are tired, when you are broken, when you wonder if it is even worth it. And it is in that moment that the choice is made. It is not made in the light, when everything is easy. It is made in the darkness, when no one is watching. When every part of you screams to quit, and yet you take one more step. It is that one more step that separates you from the masses. It is that one more step that carves your name into history. Not the first step, not the easiest step, but the hardest one. The step taken after every excuse has been laid bare. The step taken after every reason to quit has been presented to you, and still you move forward. That is the secret. That is the difference. Dreamers stop when it gets hard. Achievers push harder. Dreamers wait for motivation. Achievers rely on discipline. Dreamers pray for miracles. Achievers become their own miracles. You were not born to merely exist. You were not born to simply wish. You were born to create, to build, to conquer, to thrive. But only if you are willing to do what few others will. Only if you are willing to pay the price. Because greatness always demands a price. It demands early mornings and late nights. It demands sacrifice and perseverance. It demands faith when there is no evidence, and action when there is no guarantee. You must be willing to do the work, especially when you don't feel like it. You must be willing to show up, especially when no one is clapping for you. You must be willing to push through the boredom, the frustration, the setbacks, because that is where the gold is found. Not in the glamorous moments, not in the moments you share on social media, but in the moments that no one sees, the moments when it's just you, your dream and your determination. And hear me now, you will be tested. Life will test your commitment. Life will throw obstacles in your path. Life will tempt you to settle for less. But those tests are not there to stop you. They are there to forge you. They are there to separate the dreamers from the achievers. The world does not need more dreamers. The world needs more doers, more builders, more warriors of consistency and perseverance. You must choose. Will you be one of those who talk about what they could have done, or will you be one of those who actually did it? Will you be one of those who regret, or will you be one of those who inspire? The choice is yours. It has always been yours, and the choice is made not once, but every day, every hour, every moment. Every time you face resistance, you are given the opportunity to either rise or retreat. Every time you feel the temptation to quit, you are given the opportunity to strengthen your character or to weaken it. Every time you push forward, despite fear, despite fatigue, despite doubt, you cast another vote for the person you are becoming. And those votes add up. They add up to a new identity. They add up to a new destiny. They add up to a new life. But you must start now, not tomorrow, not when it feels easier, not when the stars align. Now, today, in this moment. Force yourself to take action. Force yourself to follow through. Force yourself to be consistent even when it is hard, even when it is boring, even when it feels like nothing is happening, because something is happening. Every consistent action you take is laying a brick that will one day become a fortress that no fear, no failure, no storm can tear down. That fortress is your future. That fortress is your legacy. That fortress is your ultimate triumph. But you must build it, one brick at a time, one day at a time, one choice at a time. You have the blueprint. You have the tools. You have the strength within you. All that remains is for you to act. Not someday. Now force yourself to be consistent. Force yourself to endure. Force yourself to become the person you were destined to be, because the world is waiting, because your destiny is waiting, because your greatest self is waiting. And they are calling out to you with one question: will you rise? Every dream begins with intention. Every journey begins with a decision. Every great achievement is first born in the unseen realms of thought, but intention alone is not enough. Wishing is not building. Hoping is not achieving. Between the place where you dream and the place where you achieve, there lies a bridge, an invisible bridge, a bridge that cannot be seen with the eyes, a bridge that can only be built with action, brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. The tragedy is this: most people never cross that bridge. They stand at the edge of intention, all their lives, waving their dreams, like flags in the wind, but they never take the steps to cross into the reality they desire. Why? Because building that bridge is hard. It is slow. It is repetitive. It demands effort even when there are no visible results. It demands faith even when there is no immediate reward. The dreamers grow impatient. The dreamers become discouraged. The dreamers give up. But the achievers, they understand the law of the invisible bridge. They understand that every small action matters. They understand that every day of effort is a brick laid. They understand that consistency, not intensity, builds the path to their destiny. Let me tell you a truth so simple, yet so powerful. It is not the massive action once a year that changes your life. It is the small faithful actions you take every single day that forge your future. Every word you write, every workout you complete, every sale you attempt, every failure you endure and learn from. Every one of these is a brick. You cannot always see the bridge as you build it. At first, it seems like nothing is happening. You work for days, weeks, months, sometimes even years, and it feels as if you are stuck in the same place. But you are not stuck. You are building brick by brick, strength by strength, lesson by lesson. And one day, suddenly, powerfully, you will look up and realize you have built a bridge where there was once only empty space. A bridge strong enough to carry you to your dreams, but it happens only for those who refuse to stop. The impatient abandon the work. The fearful hesitate. The lazy make excuses. But the committed, the consistent, they keep laying bricks. They keep showing up. They keep pushing forward, even when it's raining, even when it's cold, even when it feels pointless, because they understand that the bridge is not built overnight. It is built in obscurity. It is built in the unseen. It is built through 100 unseen victories, small, silent wins that no one else will ever applaud, but that you must celebrate within yourself. You must learn to fall in love with the process. You must learn to find joy in the laying of bricks, even when the castle of your dreams seems impossibly far away, because the process itself is the reward. The process itself is the transformation. Every day you show up and do the work, you are not just building a bridge, you are building yourself. You are becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. You are becoming the kind of person who can be trusted by yourself and by others. You are becoming the kind of person who is worthy of success. Success is not just about having more, it is about becoming more. The invisible bridge you build day by day is a reflection of the invisible transformation happening within you. You start with doubts and you build faith. You start with fear and you build courage. You start with hesitation and you build relentless momentum. But it requires something most are unwilling to give. It requires showing up before you see results. The world teaches us to chase instant gratification, fast food, fast money, fast success. But true success is slow. True success is steady. True success is hidden in the unseen hours, the hours when no one is watching, when no one is praising, when no one is validating your efforts. It is in those hours that champions are forged. It is in those hours that bridges are built. And it is in those hours that most people quit. Not because they are weak, but because they forget that the bridge is invisible at first. They forget that just because they can't see the progress yet, doesn't mean the progress isn't happening. Listen to me, every action counts, every repetition matters. Every day you choose discipline over distraction, you are laying another brick. It is slow work, it is humble work, it is sometimes thankless work, but it is the only work that matters. Because without that bridge, your dreams will always remain on the other side, just out of reach, just out of sight, haunting you for the rest of your life. But with that bridge, built brick by invisible brick, you can walk into a future that others only dare to dream of. The invisible bridge is your commitment made visible. The invisible bridge is your faith turned into fact. The invisible bridge is your character carved into reality. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. Do not curse the days when progress seems slow. Do not abandon the bridge halfway through, because every brick you lay is a vote for the life you want. Every brick you lay is a declaration of who you are becoming. Every brick you lay is a seed planted in the soil of your future. And those seeds will bear fruit. They must bear fruit. It is a law as certain as gravity. You will reap what you sow if you do not faint, if you do not abandon the work. So I challenge you now, lay the bricks. When you are tired, lay the bricks. When you are discouraged, lay the bricks. When you feel invisible, lay the bricks. When you see no progress, lay the bricks. Because one day, you will wake up to a bridge so strong, so unshakable, that no storm can destroy it. One day, you will look back and realize it was not a single great act that made the difference. It was 1,000 small acts, faithfully repeated, that changed everything. One day, you will cross the bridge you built, and you will stand in the land of achievement, looking back with pride, knowing you earned every step. You will not be there because you dreamed it. You will not be there because you wished it. You will be there because you built it. And that is a victory no one can ever take from you. The invisible bridge to your dreams is waiting. Start building it today. Start building it now. Brick by brick, step by step, day by day. Consistency is the hammer, faith is the mortar, and your destiny is the masterpiece waiting on the other side. Build it, own it, cross it, and never look back. It is not the world outside that defeats you. It is not the obstacles, not the setbacks, not the failures. No, the greatest enemy you will ever face is the one inside you. The enemy within, the whispers of doubt, the chains of fear, the weight of laziness, the seduction of comfort. These are the assassins of consistency. These are the silent killers of dreams you do not lose because you are incapable. You lose because you surrender not to life, but to yourself. You start strong. You make plans. You feel invincible. But then the enemy strikes. It does not come in the form of disaster. It does not come with fanfare and explosions. No, it comes quietly. It comes with the soft voice that says, "Take a break. You deserve it." It comes with the subtle excuse, "You can start tomorrow." It comes with the poisonous belief, "It doesn't really matter." And with each small surrender, you give up more ground. One skipped day, one missed opportunity, one broken promise to yourself, and then another and another, until suddenly you look up and realize you are no longer moving forward. You are drifting. You are stuck. The enemy within has claimed another victim. You see, consistency is not destroyed by catastrophic failure. It is destroyed by tiny compromises repeated daily until your dreams are buried under a mountain of excuses. The battlefield is not out there. The battlefield is in your mind. And if you do not master yourself, you will be mastered by yourself. You must understand this. The mind, if left undisciplined, is not your friend. It is your greatest opponent. It will fight you. It will trick you. It will seduce you into comfort, into apathy, into mediocrity. Because the mind loves what is easy. The mind loves what is familiar. The mind loves what is safe. But greatness is never found in safety. Victory is never born in comfort. It is born in battle, the daily battle to overcome the enemy within. So why do you fail to stay consistent? Because you listen to the wrong voice. You listen to the voice that says, rest now, instead of the voice that says, push forward. You listen to the voice that says, you've done enough. Instead of the voice that says, there's more within you. You listen to the voice that says, you're tired, instead of the voice that says, you are stronger than you feel. And every time you choose comfort over commitment, you strengthen the enemy. Every time you choose excuses over execution, you feed the weakness inside you. Every time you choose what is easy over what is necessary, you betray your own destiny. But listen to me carefully. The enemy within can be defeated. The enemy within can be conquered. And the weapon is simple. It is decision, not a feeling, not an emotion, not a fleeting burst of motivation. Decision, ruthless, relentless, uncompromising. The decision that says, I will show up no matter how I feel. I will push forward no matter what the world throws at me. I will keep my word to myself even when no one is watching. That is the sword that slays the enemy within, not once but daily, hourly, moment by moment. Because the enemy does not quit, and neither must you. You must build a mind of steel. You must build a will that refuses to bend, refuses to break, refuses to surrender, and you build it one battle at a time. You win the battle. When you get up at 5 a.m., even though you want to sleep. You win the battle when you finish the workout, even though you are tired. You win the battle when you make the call, even though you are afraid of rejection. You win the battle when you stay the course, even though no one applauds, no one notices, no one cares, because you care, because you know who you are fighting for. You are fighting for your future. You are fighting for your dreams. You are fighting for the man or woman you were destined to become. The enemy within will scream. It will beg. It will plead. It will try to lull you back to sleep. But you must be deaf to its cries. You must be ruthless with yourself. You must be merciless with your weakness, because the life you want demands it. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to rescue you. It is you versus you, and the stakes are your dreams. The stakes are your destiny. The stakes are your very soul. You can have excuses, or you can have excellence, but you cannot have both. You can have comfort, or you can have greatness, but you cannot have both. You can have the easy road, or you can have the right road, but you cannot have both. The choice is yours. It has always been yours. Every morning you wake up, the enemy within wakes up too. Every day you rise, you enter the battlefield once again. And the question is simple. Will you be the conqueror, or will you be the conquered? Will you rise, or will you retreat? Will you act, or will you excuse? Will you move forward, or will you fall back? There is no neutral. There is no standing still. You are either building momentum, or you are losing it. You are either strengthening your character, or you are weakening it. You are either winning the battle within, or you are losing it. And every day, you choose consciously or unconsciously. So I challenge you now. Choose strength over weakness. Choose action over apathy. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose purpose over pleasure. Because every choice you make shapes you. Every choice you make becomes a brick in the fortress of your future, or a crack in its foundation. Every choice you make declares to the world and to yourself who you are becoming. And if you want to become unstoppable, if you want to become a force that the world cannot ignore, you must start with victory over the self. Win the battle within. Win the day. Win the life. You have everything you need. You have all the power inside you. The enemy within is not stronger than you. It is not smarter than you. It is not greater than you. It is only as strong as you allow it to be. Take back your power. Take back your mind. Take back your life. Force yourself to be consistent. Force yourself to act. Force yourself to dominate. And one day, you will look in the mirror and see not the dreamer who once wished for greatness, but the warrior who forged it. With blood, sweat, and an unbreakable will, the world belongs to those who conquer the enemy within. Be one of them. Consistency is not a gift you are born with. Consistency is a muscle, and like every muscle, it must be trained. You cannot wish yourself into consistency. You cannot hope yourself into discipline. You must build it. You must forge it. You must strengthen it through deliberate action, through relentless repetition, through purposeful struggle. Think of the strongest athletes in the world, the greatest champions, the ones who make the impossible look easy. They are not gifted with some magical ability. They have trained their muscles day after day, year after year, without compromise. And so it is with your mind. You must train your mental muscles with the same ruthless dedication if you wish to master consistency. At first it will feel uncomfortable. At first it will feel awkward. At first it will feel weak. Because just like physical muscles, your mental muscles have been neglected for too long. But every time you choose discipline over distraction, you lift the mental weight. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you strengthen your resolve. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it, you grow stronger. And little by little, day by day, rep by rep, you begin to change. The flabby mind becomes firm. The weak will become iron. The scattered focus becomes laser sharp. Determination. You do not notice it at first, but over time the world begins to notice. They see the way you move, they feel the energy around you, they recognize the force within you, because consistency, true consistency, radiates a power that cannot be hidden. But the training is not easy. It demands that you show up when you would rather rest. It demands that you push through boredom, through pain, through resistance. It demands that you embrace the mundane, the tedious, the unglamorous work that greatness is built upon. Everyone wants to be a champion on game day, but champions are made in the unseen hours. Everyone wants to stand on the podium, but the podium is built on countless mornings of relentless discipline. The world claps for the victory, but the victory is won in the daily battles. No one sees. You must fall in love with the process. You must learn to crave the grind. You must take pride, not in the grand moments, but in the small ones. Pride in waking up before the sun. Pride in making the extra call. Pride in finishing the set. Pride in doing the work, even when no one is watching. Because that is what mental champions do. They do not rely on external validation. They do not wait for applause. They do not need a pat on the back. Their reward is the act itself. Their pride is the effort itself. Their satisfaction is the silent, steady progress they make day after day, brick by brick. Training your mental muscles requires a shift in identity. You must stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You must start seeing yourself as someone who trains, a professional, a builder, a champion. Every day is a training day. Every decision is a rep. When you choose focus over distraction, that's a rep. When you choose effort over excuses, that's a rep. When you choose perseverance over quitting, that's a rep. And every rep counts. Every rep shapes you. Every rep sculpts your character. Every rep builds the foundation of your future. You must respect the work. You must honor the process. You must show up for yourself again and again and again until it becomes who you are. Until consistency is not something you do, it is something you are. Until discipline is not something you fight for, it is the air you breathe. But beware, the mind is cunning. It will tempt you to skip the work. It will whisper that one missed day doesn't matter. It will lure you into softness, into complacency, into weakness. You must be vigilant. You must be relentless, because every day you train, you are either strengthening your mental muscles or you are allowing them to atrophy. There is no neutral. There is no standing still. You are either moving forward or falling behind. The mind, like the body, responds to use or disuse. Train it and it grows strong. Neglect it and it withers. The choice is yours. And understand this, the heavier the mental weights you lift now, the easier life will become later. The harder you are on yourself in training, the easier the battles of life will feel. When you train your mind to push through pain, the pains of life cannot break you. When you train your mind to stay focused, the chaos of the world cannot distract you. When you train your mind to stay consistent, the storms of adversity cannot move you. You become a force of nature, unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable. But it begins with a single choice, the choice to train today, the choice to show up today, the choice to be consistent today, not perfect, not heroic. Just consistent. Consistency is not about grand gestures. It is about daily obedience to your highest self. It is about doing the work, whether you feel like it or not. It is about keeping your promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. It is about refusing to negotiate with weakness. No negotiation, no excuses, no surrender, only action, only commitment, only forward movement. This is the way of the mental champion. This is the way of the consistent warrior. This is the way of the one who will not be denied. And understand this, the reward for your consistency is not just achievement, it is transformation. You become someone you can trust. You become someone you can respect. You become someone you are proud of. And that is a victory greater than any trophy, any fortune, any applause. To stand tall in the quiet of your own soul and know, I showed up, I stayed the course. I kept the faith that is priceless, that is power, that is freedom. So I challenge you now. Pick up the mental weights, embrace the daily reps, fall in love with the process. Because champions are not made by accident. Champions are forged by consistency. Champions are built by relentless, ruthless training of the mind. You have what it takes. You have the fire inside. You have the potential waiting to be unlocked. All that remains is your decision. Train your mental muscles like a champion. And one day, sooner than you think, the world will wonder how you became so unstoppable, and you will smile because you will know the truth. It wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was consistency. It was discipline. It was daily, invisible, unglamorous, unstoppable work. You earned it. Now go earn it again, today, tomorrow, every day. Until consistency is not just something you do, it is who you are. We live in a world obsessed with the big moments, the championships, the awards, the celebrations, the grand victories that flash across the headlines and light up the sky like fireworks. But the truth is this: greatness is not built in those moments. It is revealed in those moments. It is built elsewhere. It is built in silence. It is built in solitude. It is built in the small, unseen victories that happen every single day. The world sees the gold medal, but it does not see the early mornings, the grueling hours of practice, the days filled with doubt and fatigue. The world sees the best-selling book, but it does not see the lonely nights, the countless pages written and discarded, the rejection letters. The world sees the thriving business, but it does not see the endless hours, the sacrifices, the setbacks, the struggles, small wins, daily victories unseen by the world, but essential to your triumph. Because success is not one giant leap. It is 1,000 tiny steps. It is not one massive push. It is the relentless force of consistent daily effort. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you win. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you win. Every time you keep going, when it would be easier to quit, you win. And those wins add up. They compound, they accumulate, they transform. At first, the wins seem insignificant. One workout, one page written, one phone call made. It feels small, it feels unimportant, but it is not. Because every small win is a brick laid in the foundation of your future. Every small win strengthens your belief in yourself. Every small win builds momentum, and momentum is the force that makes the impossible possible. Do not despise the small wins. They are the seeds of your greatness. They are the proof that you are moving forward. They are the fuel that will carry you through the darkest nights and the longest battles. Celebrate them, honor them, stack them day after day, until they create a wall too high for failure to climb. Success is not about the explosion. It is about the accumulation. It is about stacking one good day on top of another, one focused hour on top of another, one completed task on top of another, until one day you look back and realize you have built an empire. Not because of one dramatic moment, but because of a lifetime of daily victories. This is the true secret of the great ones. They do not wait for motivation. They do not chase inspiration. They do not live for the applause, they live for the daily win. They find joy in the work. They find pride in the process. They find strength in the simple act of showing up, doing the work, and winning the day. You must do the same. You must train yourself to see every day as a battle to be won. You must train yourself to find satisfaction, not in the distant dream, but in the immediate victory. Did you wake up when you said you would? Victory. Did you do the workout you promised yourself? Victory. Did you complete the tasks you committed to victory? Stack enough of these small wins, and you become unstoppable. Because each small win builds your identity. Each small win whispers to your soul. You are the kind of person who follows through. You are the kind of person who does what they said they would do. You are the kind of person who wins, and identity is destiny. The stronger your identity as a winner becomes, the easier it is to keep winning. The more natural consistency feels, the more inevitable success becomes. But it starts small. It starts with one choice, one action, one victory, and then another and another, until winning is not something you do occasionally. It is who you are. But beware, the enemy will try to steal your daily victories. It will tell you that small wins don't matter. It will whisper that one missed day is no big deal. It will tempt you to trade the satisfaction of winning the day for the fleeting pleasure of comfort and distraction. Do not listen. One missed day matters. One broken promise matters. One surrendered battle matters. Because it is never just one. It is the beginning of a pattern. It is the start of the unraveling. It is the crack in the dam that eventually becomes a flood. Discipline is like a muscle. It grows with use and it atrophies with neglect. Every day you choose the small win. You strengthen your discipline. Every day you surrender it, you weaken yourself. Choose strength. Choose victory. Choose to win the day every day. And understand, the bigger your dream, the smaller your focus must become. Do not focus on the entire mountain. Focus on the next step. Do not focus on writing the entire book. Focus on the next paragraph. Do not focus on building the entire business. Focus on the next phone call. Dream big, but act small. Because the only way to climb the mountain is one step at a time. The only way to build the masterpiece is one brushstroke at a time. And every step matters, every brushstroke counts. You are building something extraordinary, but you must lay the foundation, brick by brick, with care, with patience, with relentless consistency. There will be days when you feel tired. There will be days when you feel discouraged. There will be days when you wonder if it's even working. Those are the most important days. Because every day, you show up when it's hard. You double your strength. Every day, you win the battle against your weaker self. You move closer to the life you dream of. Remember, big wins are just small wins, stacked together. The championship is just 100 practices won. The bestseller is just 1,000 writing sessions conquered. The thriving business is just 1,000,000 small actions faithfully executed. You want the big triumph? Then master the small victories. Master your mornings. Master your mindset. Master your habits. Master your focus. And greatness will take care of itself. It is inevitable. It is unavoidable. It is the natural result of daily discipline. So I challenge you, win today, then win tomorrow, then win the next day. Stack the wins. Build the momentum. Become the person who wins. Not sometimes, not when it's convenient, but always. Because if you can win the day, you can win the week. If you can win the week, you can win the month. If you can win the month, you can win the year. And if you can win the year, you can win the life. It begins now. It begins here. It begins with one small, powerful, decisive win. Take it, own it, and never look back. There are three forces, three mighty powers that, when combined, will produce results so extraordinary, so unstoppable that they will seem to the world like miracles. Those three forces are consistency, faith, action. Each alone is powerful, but together they are invincible. This is the magic formula. This is the secret alchemy behind every life transformed, every dream realized, every impossible made possible. Let us begin with the first pillar, consistency. Without consistency, nothing lasts. Without consistency, no plan survives. Without consistency, every dream will wither under the scorching sun of life's challenges. Consistency is the hammer that breaks down resistance. It is the river that carves through stone, not by power, but by relentless persistence. It is the drumbeat that never stops, the heartbeat that never falters. Consistency is not glamorous. It is not thrilling. It is not loud. It is quiet. It is stubborn. It is faithful. And because of that, it is mighty. You may not see the results immediately. You may not feel the change instantly, but consistency is building something within you, brick by invisible brick, day by uncelebrated day. Now the second pillar, faith, is the power that fuels consistency. Without faith, consistency becomes mechanical, empty, soulless. Without faith, you will quit at the first sight of difficulty, at the first whisper of doubt. Faith is the belief in what is not yet seen. Faith is the conviction that your actions matter, even when there is no evidence yet. Faith is the inner knowing that the seeds you plant today will one day blossom into forests beyond your imagination. Faith whispers to you when the world laughs at your dreams. Faith lifts you when circumstances pull you down. Faith steadies your hands when fear tries to paralyze you. Without faith, your consistency will crumble under pressure. But with faith, your consistency becomes a force of nature, an unstoppable tide. And then comes the third pillar. Action is the spark. Action is the proof of your faith. Action is the visible expression of your consistency. Without action, your dreams stay locked inside your mind. Without action, your faith withers into fantasy. Without action, all the consistency in the world becomes nothing but wasted potential. Action is where the rubber meets the road. Action is where thoughts are forged into results. Action is where the invisible becomes visible. You cannot think your way to success. You cannot wish your way to transformation. You must act, you must move, you must strike. And not once, not occasionally. You must act consistently, fueled by faith, guided by purpose. This is the magic formula. Consistency, plus faith, yes action, yes nas miracles. It is not luck, it is not fate, it is not magic. In the sense of mystery, it is magic in the sense of power. The power to bend reality to your will. The power to forge the life you desire. The power to step into the destiny that was always waiting for you. But understand this, each element must be present. Consistency without faith leads to burnout. Faith without action leads to delusion. Action without consistency leads to frustration. But together they form a symphony of unstoppable force. Consistency lays the tracks. Faith fuels the train. Action drives it forward. And over time, unstoppable, undeniable, unrelenting, you arrive at the destination you once only dreamed of. Let me be clear. You will be tested. You will doubt. You will be tempted to quit. You will plant seeds and see no growth for a season. You will give your best and be met with silence. You will pour your heart into the work and wonder if it matters. But hear me now. It matters every day. You stay consistent, it matters. Every time you choose faith over fear, it matters. Every time you take action instead of hesitating, it matters. Because unseen to your eyes, forces are moving, chains are breaking, doors are opening, opportunities are aligning, miracles are being prepared. And when the time is right, when the harvest is ready, you will see the reward of your labor. You will look back and realize it was not one moment that changed everything. It was the relentless stacking of days, the accumulation of unseen victories, the stubborn refusal to quit that built your miracle. It was the consistency. It was the faith. It was the action. This is how empires are built. This is how destinies are forged. This is how ordinary men and women rise to extraordinary heights. There is no secret more powerful. There is no formula more reliable. Consistency plus faith, action in you. Yes, you have the power to apply it. You have the power to choose consistency over chaos. You have the power to choose faith over fear. You have the power to choose action over hesitation. You do not need permission. You do not need perfect circumstances. You do not need all the answers. You need only to begin, and then continue, and then never stop, until the world bends to your will, until the life you dreamed of becomes the life you live, until your inner vision becomes your outer reality. You are capable. You are worthy. You are powerful. But power unused is power wasted. Do not waste it. Do not squander it. Do not sit on the sidelines of your own life. Rise up, embrace the magic formula. Consistently, faithfully, relentlessly, take action today. Take action tomorrow. Take action until the world has no choice but to acknowledge the fire that burns within you. You are a miracle in motion. You are a force of nature, waiting to be unleashed. You are the architect of your own destiny. Consistency, plus faith. Action. Miracles, never forget it. Live it, breathe it. Be it and watch the impossible become your new reality. There's a destiny waiting for you. A destiny carved not by luck, not by chance, not by circumstance, but by choice, by action. By relentless consistency, your future is not written in the stars. It is written by your hands. It is shaped by your will. It is forged in the furnace of your daily disciplines. Every decision you make is a hammer strike on the anvil of your destiny. Every action you take is another blow, another shaping, another molding of the life you will one day step into. The question is not whether you have a destiny. The question is, will you forge it or will you forfeit it? Because destiny does not wait. Opportunity does not linger forever. Time is not a patient master. You must rise. You must act. You must take your life into your own hands and forge it with fire, with force, with an unbreakable will. Relentless consistency is the flame. Relentless consistency is the hammer. Relentless consistency is the bridge between who you are and who you are meant to be. You must understand, no great thing was ever built in a day. No great life was ever created through one moment of inspiration. It is the daily striking of the hammer. It is the daily laying of the bricks. It is the daily showing up, the daily grinding, the daily refusing to quit. That forges greatness. You must become relentless. Relentless means you show up on the days when you feel like a champion and on the days when you feel like a failure. Relentless means you act even when the world tells you to sit down, shut up, and stay where you are. Relentless means you move forward, even when the path is unclear, the road is rough, and the night is dark. Relentless consistency means you do not wait for permission. You do not seek validation. You do not need applause. Your commitment is your anchor. Your discipline is your compass. Your vision is your fuel. And when the storms come, because they will, you will not be moved. When doubt comes, because it will, you will not be shaken. When failure comes, because it must, you will not be broken, because you are forged in the fire of relentless consistency. You are not made of paper. You are not made of dreams. You are made of iron. You are made of will. You are made of the unbreakable spirit that refuses to surrender. And every day you act, you drive the hammer deeper into the foundation of your destiny. Every day you move, you strengthen the structure of your future. Every day you persist, you become more, you become stronger, you become unstoppable. Understand this truth. You were not created to be average. You were not built for mediocrity. You were not designed to live a life of quiet desperation. You were born to forge greatness. You were born to rise above fear. You were born to shape reality itself with your bare hands, but it will not be handed to you. It will not be given freely. You must fight for it. You must earn it. You must forge it. Blow after blow, day after day, choice after choice, until your life is no longer a reflection of your fears, but a testament to your faith, until your days are no longer dictated by feelings, but driven by purpose, until your future is no longer a question, but a certainty you have created. Relentless consistency is not about perfection. It is about persistence. It is about falling and rising. It is about failing and learning. It is about enduring and adapting. Champions are not those who never fall. Champions are those who get up faster, stronger, hungrier every time they fall. Every setback is a lesson. Every delay is a test. Every hardship is an invitation to rise higher. You must reframe the struggle. The pain you feel today is not punishment. It is preparation. The resistance you face today is not a barrier. It is the proving ground for your strength. The delays you endure today are not denials. They are the shaping of your soul. When you embrace relentless consistency, you realize there are no wasted days. There are no wasted efforts. There are only building blocks. Every rep matters. Every word matters. Every step matters. You are forging your destiny, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Especially when it feels like nothing is happening. Because the greatest transformations occur in silence. The greatest growth occurs underground before the harvest is seen. Roots grow before fruits show. You are not wasting your time when you stay consistent. You are investing it. You are compounding it. You are multiplying it. And one day, sooner than you imagine, you will wake up in the reality you once only dared to dream about. And you will realize you did not stumble into success. You forged it. You hammered it. You bled for it. And it will be yours because you earned it. But it begins today. It begins now. It begins with the decision to be relentless. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Not when the timing is perfect. Now, this moment, this choice. You must decide, will you forge your destiny with relentless consistency? Or will you leave your future to chance, to whim, to the fickle winds of life? The choice is yours. It has always been yours. No one can choose for you. No one can act for you. No one can live your life for you. You must stand up. You must seize the hammer. You must strike the anvil again and again and again, until the world itself bends to the force of your will. Until your life is a living monument to the power of relentless action. This is your time. This is your moment. Forge it, claim it, become it, because you were born for greatness, and greatness demands relentless consistency. There's a champion inside you, a force more powerful than any obstacle, a fire that no storm can extinguish, a spirit that no failure can break. But that champion does not come to life by accident. It does not awaken through wishing. It does not rise through dreaming alone. It must be summoned. It must be called forth. It must be forged in the fires of relentless commitment. You have within you everything you need. You have the strength, you have the will, you have the spirit, but it has been asleep. It has been silent. It has been waiting for the day you finally decide to claim the life you were born to live. That day is today. Today is the day you summon the champion within. Today is the day you silence the doubts. Today is the day you shatter the fears. Today is the day you break free from the chains of excuses, procrastination, and hesitation. Enough waiting, enough hoping, enough delaying. The world is not waiting for you. Time is not pausing for you. Life is not slowing down for you. It moves forward, and you must move with it, or be left behind in the wasteland of what could have been. You were not made for regret. You were not built for mediocrity. You were designed for impact. You were crafted for greatness. You were meant to leave a mark so deep, so lasting, that the world will never be the same after you pass through it. But to do that, you must choose. You must choose to be consistent when others crumble. You must choose to believe when others doubt. You must choose to act when others freeze. Because success, real success, is not about talent. It is not about opportunity. It is not even about intelligence. It is about refusal. Refusal to quit. Refusal to back down. Refusal to settle. It is about standing up again and again and again, no matter how many times you fall. It is about daring to believe that you have something inside you worth fighting for. It is about proving to the world, and more importantly to yourself, that you will not be denied. You will be tested. You will be tempted. You will be tired. There will be days when quitting feels easier than continuing. There will be nights when doubt screams louder than your dreams. There will be moments when the world feels too heavy to carry, but those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when the champion within must rise. Not the easy days, not the victories, not the celebrations, the moments of doubt, the moments of pain, the moments of fear, when everything in you says stop, but you move forward anyway. When everything around you says give up, but you refuse to listen. That is when you summon the champion within. That is when you cross the line from ordinary to extraordinary. That is when you stop living from the outside in and start living from the inside out. Because greatness was never about what happens around you. It was always about what happens inside you, inside your mind, inside your heart, inside your spirit. That is where battles are won. That is where victories are forged. That is where champions are born. You must be willing to suffer the boredom of discipline today, to enjoy the freedom of achievement tomorrow. You must be willing to pay the price. Few are willing to pay, so you can live the life few are privileged to live. You must be willing to endure what is hard now, so you can enjoy what is easy later. The question is simple. Are you willing? Are you willing to trade momentary comfort for lasting greatness? Are you willing to trade fleeting pleasure for eternal pride? Are you willing to bet on yourself not once, not twice, but every single day, until the results are undeniable? Because that is what it takes. Not talent, not luck, not magic. Relentless consistency, unshakable faith, immediate action. The world will try to distract you. The world will try to tempt you. The world will try to convince you to settle. But the world does not get to decide who you become. You do. You hold the hammer. You hold the fire. You hold the power. And if you truly choose nothing, and no one can stop you, you are more powerful than you realize. You are more capable than you believe. You are more destined for greatness than you have dared to dream. But dreams without action are dead. Intentions without consistency are empty. It is time to act. It is time to move. It is time to summon the champion within. No more waiting. No more wishing. No more hoping. Rise, stand, fight. Win. Your future is calling. Your destiny is waiting. Your greatness is demanding to be born. Summon it, forge it, live it. Because the world does not need another person who talks about what they could have been. The world needs someone who shows what is possible when a human being refuses to quit. Be that person. Be the one who rose when others fell. Be the one who persisted when others quit. Be the one who dared to believe and proved it with action. The champion within you is ready. Now summon it. Now unleash it. Now live it. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your destiny. Take it, own it. Be it forever.